Good morning, year two. How are you? It is Monday, so happy Monday. It is Monday, the 1st of June of the year 2020, making our short date the first day of the 6th month of the year 2020. I cannot believe it's already June. Wow. Okay. For global perspectives this week, we're going to continue with our farming, soil, and water unit. And we're going to be looking at something called compost this week, compost. So I'm not sure if you know what compost is, but we'll be learning about it a little bit, okay? But first, I want you to look at my vegetables. These are the 5 that have been really growing, okay? So we have a nice, remember my green onion? This one took a while, but it did grow. So we see here the roots are sprouting, and it actually has grown taller. So I can't wait to put it in soil for it to continue to grow. These are my tomatoes. My tomatoes finally grew, and my lettuce, my bok choy, and my carrot. So these were the ones that have definitely grown a lot within the past 2 weeks. My sweet potato does have some roots sprouting, but not as much as these. So I hope that you guys take a look at your vegetables. Feel free to send in pictures of yours to see how they are going, and I can't wait to catch up with you to see how they are, okay? So this is a compost cycle. This is what we're going to be looking at a little bit today, okay? So I just want you to take a look at it before we get started and just look to see here. We remember that the word cycle means kind of a circle. Everything goes around in a circle and it starts over again, okay? We like the life cycle that we have done, right? So we grow up and we grow old and it starts over again, okay? Now, it's going to be kind of a similar cycle with this. What do we see here? Kitchen and garden scraps, okay? So we almost see, it's almost like garbage here, right? And then it goes into a compost, it becomes compost, and then we can give it to the plants and we start over again in the cycle. We're gonna look a little bit closer at that because you're probably thinking, what does that mean? What does it become? Okay, we're going to actually see how organic matter decomposes, how it breaks down, okay? So in order to understand that a little bit more, we're going to look here. Compost is basically taking food scraps that, you know, from the peels, the eggshells, or the fruits, or some kinds of food that you just don't finish eating. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, you can make compost. If you mix it with brown material like paper or grass or leaves, okay, it will help break down the compost as well. So if you have these 3 and soil with worms, look at those worms. Now you're probably thinking, ew, the worms, but worms are actually so helpful for our environment and to make compost, okay? So if we take these 3 elements and we put them together, we can actually make healthy soil for new plants to grow. These create soil with lots of healthy nutrients to give new plants food, okay? And it helps them grow stronger and better and faster, okay? So are you ready to watch it in action? Let's see it, okay? So here we have, basically they put down a piece of paper, they cover it with some dirt, and there go the worms. Do you see how the worms go and hide right away? We have here some scraps. These are food scraps, right? So they put down some green food scraps first. Now we have some other vegetable scraps. Okay, so you see here all of the different food scraps, yeah? And the person now is putting some water on top. This is day 1, day 2, day 3. So this is the number of days here at the top. And look how it starts to decompose. It starts to break down, okay? It's like when food goes bad and it just starts to decompose. It becomes one with the dirt because it's with the dirt and the worms start to eat it and they create this compost, this healthy dirt that we can use for soil. Okay, and here what they have done, once they have their compost, they go ahead and give it a little bit more time, But then what they're able to do is either take this dirt and put it into plants, okay? Or they can go ahead and they can plant seeds right into it. So let's see how they eventually will do that. There we go. And here, what they're gonna do is then plant some seeds right into this soil that it already has all the healthy nutrients from the food scraps, right? And the organic matter. And then they go ahead and plant it as normal, and we have some healthy plants growing. Okay, so that is really important to know that we can actually use our kitchen scraps and some organic material that instead of throwing it in the garbage, we can actually use it for plants to grow a little bit more. Okay, so it's actually quite nice, isn't it? All right, so that is what happens when we make compost. Okay, we're going to take all of the things to decompose, right? So they took some kitchen scraps and some dirt and some leaves, and they put it in a compost, and we saw how it became dirt for new plants. And then the cycle begins again. So it's very easy peasy this week. Your task is basically to make a list of items that you can compost and the items that you can't compost. Now, we need to remember here, okay? For example, milk. Are we going to be able to take the gallon of milk or the box of milk and put it into a compost? No. So we're going to probably not be able to compost that, okay? What about cardboard rolls? Actually, because it is paper, what you can do is rip it into little pieces and put it in your compost, and it does help, okay? We don't want to put any fish or meat or bones into the compost. So those are things that basically we do not compost, even though they are organic material. They will not compost as fast. And if you're composting outside, it may attract other animals, okay? And we just want to feed the worms and the little bugs in the dirt. Yes? So what I want you to do is to go ahead and look at the different things here, okay? You may watch the video again, and I will also be sending you another video on Dojo just to make sure that you have your composting idea clear, okay? Miss Kate and I will also be assigning you some books on Epic that you can read about composting, okay? So that's basically what I want you to do, is to look through the list, see what you can compost. We can compost leaves. I can write them on this side. Can compost plastic and glass bottles? No, you can't, okay? These would definitely not compost. These would be recyclable, okay? Potato peelings, absolutely. Meat, no, okay? So no meat, no bones, anything like that. Or no cheese either. We just need leaves, potatoes, and food scraps from our vegetables, okay? Well done. And if you really want a little bit more of an activity, I'm going to show you here this lovely video from this little girl named Maya. Now, Maya is making her own compost at home. Now, if we were at school, we would be making this as a class, and it would be so much fun. But who says we can't have fun at home? So go ahead and try to see if you can make it at home, okay? So I'm actually going to go ahead and share this with you. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and share the sound. There we go, so that you're able to hear the video as well. So let's go ahead and look at my friend Maya here.
Hi, I'm Maya. Do you want to help out the planet? Everyone wants to help out the planet. You've probably recycled or turned off the faucet while brushing your teeth. Well, today I'm going to teach you how to keep garbage out of a landfill. Not all trash is garbage. Plant scraps, fruit or vegetable scraps, paper, or other organic material can be used to make compost. Compost is a great way to feed any hungry plants inside your garden. Compost is a home to many tiny little animals called bacteria. Bacteria help break down plants once you are done with them. For this project, you will need an empty 2-liter bottle, some dirt, not potting soil, plant scraps, shredded paper, a spray bottle, a pair of scissors, and a push pin. To build a composter, the first thing you need to do is rinse your bottle and take off any labels. Next, we have a grown-up cut the top of the bottle and, using a pushpin, poke some holes on the bottom for drainage. Place the bottle on a plastic tray or plate and start adding the dirt, shredded paper, and some old leaves. Wet the base layer of items using your spray bottle. We don't want to drown it, we just want to get them a little wet. Make sure to keep your composter inside a plastic tray or plate so it doesn't leak. Now, add the fresher items like vegetables, scraps of food, grass, or eggshells. Once that's all in there, we place the composter in an area where it'll get some nice sunlight. You could place the cut-off bottle top upside down like this on top of your composter, and this will act as a funnel when you are watering. Each day you want to add water and stir around the contents so the bacteria can find some new food. When not in use, place a kitchen towel over the composter. As the days go on, the bacteria will start to help the fresher items decompose, and all the items will eventually turn into compost. Feel free to add items as the days go on, but remember that it will take time for new items to decompose, so be patient. When the food looks ready, take it outside and feed to your garden. And there you have just made some healthy snacks for your garden. Okay, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
So that was great, wasn't it? Okay, so this little girl Maya has now shown us how we can actually make our own small compost. Now, if you would like, this is just an extra activity. You don't have to do it. It's optional, okay? You can watch Maya's video again, but we will share to Dojo, to make your own compost, and you can take a video of yourself making the compost, okay? Now, this is all the materials that you may need. You can watch the video as well just to follow the steps. But you'll need a plastic 2-liter bottle, some dirt, some paper, food scraps and leaves, a knife and scissors. Remember to get somebody, an adult, to help you cut, water and sunlight, and a push pin at the bottom to push in the holes at the bottom, okay? I know I'm definitely going to make one, and I'm going to give it a go so I can see how it will work, okay, for my garden, because it is coming on spring and summer, and I do want to create a little garden for my balcony outside. So I'm definitely going to make one, and I will share it with you when I do. And if you make one, please share it with us as well, okay? I hope you have a great week. Please ask any questions if you have them, and I will see you later.